Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Disney Morning Show with Doobie and Kyle. I'm Doobie, co-founder of Laughing Place. That is Kyle. He is our executive editorial director, dressed up for the day. Where are you at
I'm not
today,
dressed
Kyle?
up. I just put on a polo.
You're dressed up. Look at you. You are in Las Vegas doing what?
I'm going to CES. There's a Disney fireside chat today that I will be watching one way or another, hopefully in person, but if not, then via live stream. But this is also a dry run for tomorrow when I also need to sneak in Disney presentation, but it's
That's
not officially part
sneaking
of
in.
CES.
You will. Anyway, let's say some quick hellos before we introduce our special guest today. Hey, Fred Ramirez, how you doing? Gio, Mickey B. Um, who else is here? Oh, yes, and he is our Vegas correspondent. Would you? Never mind. We'll leave that. All right. We are very happy this morning to have a special guest. We are always promoting Mouse Fan Travel here at. For a second, I'm like, did I say the wrong name? Because we used to be sponsored by another company, and if I said that name, she would be very upset. But Mouse Fan Travel, we mentioned their company a lot, and today we are excited to have the founder of Mouse Fan Travel, joining us live. Her name is Becky Macon, and here she is. Hi, Becky. How you doing?
Hi guys, how are you? And by the way, that was years ago, Doobie. That was so many years ago. You shouldn't even be on the top of your
Every
head.
now and then, it just comes out of my
You
and
just kind of go there, right?
yeah. So I'm sorry. And if I did it today of all days, I would have.
Oh,
That's it. I'm never going live again.
you would
Uh,
never hear the end of it, but it would be the funniest joke we had going for the rest of our natural born lives.
Thankfully, that did not happen. So this is Becky. How you doing, Becky?
I am doing really good. It is about 50 degrees and raining up here in the Seattle area, so right at home.
I
It was an early day though, because when you're on the West Coast and you get a bunch of offer drops, which we're going to talk about. For me, it's 4 a.m. when it starts, so nothing like
wow.
that 3:30 a.m. alarm.
Lucky you. Good. One more reason to live on the East Coast. All right. Before we begin talking about those offers, we often hear when we talk about Must Travel, give a quick spiel about why people should use a Disney travel agent. But you probably have a better spiel than us. So why don't you just tell people why it's a good idea to use a Disney travel agent rather than booking direct?
Well, one of the things that people don't realize is that many of us, some do charge, but many of us, like Mousefan Travel and MEI Travel, we don't charge fees. So Disney actually pays us off of what you've already paid them. So you've essentially already paid for us. So why not use our services? Everything that we can do for you, like today, it's been great when those offers dropped. Our advisors were right on the phones immediately adjusting rates for current people who are already booked. So we usually have this game in the morning when offers drop of who gets to save the most money for their clients. And we have seen people say, I saved $2,600 for my clients today. I saved $1,800 for my clients today. So you have somebody working in the background to ensure that you have the best available rate that's out there, and possibly even upgrade you, because there are times with what you've spent, maybe we can get you from a moderate to a deluxe when an offer drops. So we have our finger on the pulse of everything that's going on, and then we can apply those savings to you. But one of the best places that we can be available for you is when everything goes horribly wrong. That's when you really want somebody in your court to call and say, hey, I booked a deluxe resort and I booked a water view, but they gave me a view of the parking lot. Can you help me? That's what we're here for. So we have those great relationships that can help out in a crisis.
Wonderful. Well, that's why you should use a Disney travel agent. That's why I use a Disney travel agent. So, you mentioned the offers this morning, and you're saving your clients money. Can you talk about those offers?
Yeah, this has been kind of crazy. Disney typically does an offer for the first of the year, but it usually doesn't reach this far. And we did see some of the spring and early summer offers drop earlier, like in October. But now we have a couple of really interesting offers too that we haven't seen for quite some time. Like the first one is get 2 free nights and 2 free theme park days for Walt Disney World from May 26th to September 15th if you book before February 15th. That is really significant. So if you go in, you decide to book 6 nights, then you get 2 nights free and 2 days in the parks for free. It's been quite a while since we've seen that particular offer, which is really exciting because it will save you a lot of money. They also threw out a couple of other offers, 30% off for rooms, if you do room only from May 1st to October 4th. So that goes all the way into October, which is really cool. But those savings go from 30% off for the general public up to 35% off for Florida residents. And I just got a notice about up to 40% off for pass holders. So that's
Oh,
very significant when you get into that 40% scenario. You don't see that very often either. They also threw out a couple of ticket offers, including 2 free theme park days added to a 4-day minimum. Same scenario from May 26th to September 15th. So it looks like they're really trying to target that summertime area where right now it's usually the time that we think don't go to Florida because it's so packed. But right now they seem to need to kind of fill some of those hotel rooms, which is why we're seeing these offers. So it's a great opportunity if you can travel during that time. You have kids out of school, you want to go to Disney. This is a great time to do it because all these offers are hitting.
and I know Disney is your specialty, but am I correct that you also can help people who are interested in Epic Universe, Universal Studios?
Absolutely. We have a team of advisors here that specialize in universal travel as well, both in Florida and California. So we can do um, Universal, we can do Disney, and then we can also do anywhere else you want to go around the globe. We specialize in cruising. And if you want to go to Paris, we can take you there. If you want to go to the UK, we can take you there. If you want to go to Japan, we can take you there. We have a specialist here on the team that can help you with any destination that you want to go to for your vacation.
What if you want to go on a river cruise with a special outing to Nuuk Van Steen?
So I love river cruises. I got addicted to them the first time I ever went on one of the river cruises. And I love the way that ABD does it. It opens up a river cruise experience to families, which normally a river cruise really isn't for families because there's not a lot for the kids to do. However, on an ABD, you've got the Adventures by Disney guides who are there to entertain the kids. They have games, they have all kinds of activities to make it fun for the entire family. And the new announcement that they came out with pluses up an itinerary that they've had before. But what I'm really excited about is the Escape, which is a usually 2 or 3 nights on pre or post of one of the river cruises that allows you to have a little taste of where you're starting or stopping on a river cruise. And this one, it includes the castle in Germany, which I love this because a lot of people have always wanted to see what inspired the castle, that Sleeping Beauty castle. And to be able to go there and see it with your own eyes is one of those bucket list things for a Disney fan.
Wonderful. We actually, I want to ask you about cruising in just a moment. And we have a question regarding that from one of our viewers right now. Do you ever see any military discount pricing for Disney Cruise Line?
We do. They pop up every once in a while. And the best thing to do there is what we have advisors who specialize in military discounts as well, because they are military wives or spouses. So they're always on the lookout for those military discounts. And we usually connect you with one of those advisors. So when a military rate pops up, they know you, they know you're looking for something, and they can contact you immediately if one happens.
So if you are interested in travel at all, make sure you follow Becky on Facebook because she's always posting her adventures. I got to go on an adventure with you not too long ago on the Disney Destiny for one of their preview cruises. And I'm just curious, I haven't talked to you since then. What is your opinion of the new Disney Destiny?
You know what? I really believe that the Destiny was kind of a redemption tour for the Wish in a way, because the Wish was great. It's a wonderful 3 or 4 night experience, but compared to the other ships, I wasn't as thrilled. However, what they've improved so much on the Destiny, and it still kind of confounds me a little bit because the bones are the same. The ship is exactly the same. They didn't make any changes for the exception of the different themes. And I'm really drawn to the theming on board the Treasure, especially with Moana show, which I really loved. But there was something about the Destiny. At first, when I first walked on, it was kind of like, I'm not sure about this. But then as you get enveloped into the heroes versus villains theming, I fell in love with that experience. There's just something about walking through and seeing the characters, not just stand there for a meet and greet with a big line, but actually just walking through like they belong there and they own it. It reminded me a lot of Disneyland, how the roaming characters don't have a handler that's just standing there making sure that the line is straight. They really allow everybody to roam around and to have conversations with the guests rather than just standing there, take a picture and walk away. I was really drawn to that, and I enjoyed after I got into it, plus, of course, the time having 5 nights instead of 3 or 4, which is one of the things I love about the Treasure, and I think that really added to the Treasure versus the Wish, is that you have more time to really enjoy the lounges and the dining and the activities, as opposed to 3 or 4 where you're running around as quick as you can to try to see everything. So, I think it was a home run for them on the Destiny. Obviously, I'm very much looking forward to what they're gonna do with the Adventure, which is next, because that's a whole 'nother animal because it goes nowhere. It's a ship that just goes round trip from Singapore, and it does not stop anywhere, so there's gotta be a lot on that ship to keep people entertained.
Well, it's certainly big enough. Yeah, that's really exciting. A whole new concept for Disney and
Yeah.
one-off too. So really excited to see what they do here. One of our listeners, or not listeners, one of our viewers said that they're currently working with their brother is currently working with Heather, one of your agents on their first trip to Disneyland. So thank you very much, Nikki B72, for
Yeah, thank you so much.
supporting us that way. If other people watching this want to avail themselves of your services, what is the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, there's a couple of great ways to go. If you're looking for cruising, we actually have a self-book engine called bookmeicruise.com, and you can look up all of our offers, including Disney. You can also see Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Carnival, whatever your flavor is of cruise line that you want to go on. You can go there, you can look up our rates, you can look up our offers and our specials. You can even hold something if it's midnight and you want to book right now. It will tie to us, and we will connect you with your travel advisor. You can also go to mousefantravel.com for Disney, or you can go to mei-travel.com, and that has a link out to both MEI, which is pretty much any in any destination besides Disney or Universal. You can also pop into Mouse Fan Travel or Universal Fan Travel from that link. So mei-travel.com will get you all around the world.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you joining us this morning, Becky. I know it's early. Well, it's not that early. 9:30 on the West Coast. Not that early anymore.
It's the same time as it is for us.
Yeah, you've been up for hours now, and I'm excited that I believe this is your first time on the show, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the last time. So I'm really excited that we are adding this feature.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to coming back.
All right. Have a great day, Becky. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Find the button, Doobie. All right, there we go. That was fun. That was Becky Macon, Mouse Fan Travel, and let us continue on with the show as we have it normally scheduled. All right, let's take a look at that Disney stock price, which yesterday around this time was $114.95. Come on, Disney. Enough of the Zootopia. Let us get something new up here. That's not it. That would be new. We are at 114.35, so down ever so slightly. Not enough to really matter. All right, let's continue. Did you cut that off? Does it not end with bounce? Just bet it out. There's no bounce.
I don't know. I can tell you that I've mentioned this before, but the mix in my AirPod versus what I hear when at my home setup is so different. Like in terms of this, it sounds like a completely different song.
I like the mic there though. That's pretty high tech. All right, Doomsday. Avengers Doomsday has its newest trailer. We're not going to actually. Maybe we'll kind of watch it, but I don't want to hear it. I want to do this. And then I'll talk about it. The third trailer for Avengers Doomsday is playing in front of Avatar Fire and Ash, and as rumored, it is X-Men. So there's a slow zoom through some familiar halls while we hear the voices of Professor X before seeing him alongside his longtime friend Magneto, and sometimes enemy, of course, We see the two sharing a moment before a quick cut leads to a glimpse of chaos with Cyclops taking off his protective visor and unleashing a powerful beam of energy into the sky while kneeling in a field of rubble, while giant legs move in the distance. A lot more going on here than that baby from the first one. So I think we're expecting one more of these teasers in front of Fire and Ash this week.
It's probably debuting in a couple of days.
And of course, they'll release it shortly thereafter. That's Marsden. That's James Marsden. Come on. How do you not love that guy? Of Paradise fame and many other things. So Avengers Doomsday hits theaters on December 18th of this year. And if I'm not mistaken, it is the Laughing Place staff's most anticipated Disney thing of 2026.
I think it was up there for sure. Well, as you heard me say, I am at CES currently. And yesterday, Lego, before the actual event itself, did a presentation and unveiled a new, not just a smart brick, but a smart play system. And Star Wars was a big part of that announcement, much to my chagrin. So with these smart bricks, you'll be able to make sounds, it interacts. They're also going to be having minifigures and other aspects that, your toys will make noise and interact with each other in different ways, starting with a few different Star Wars sets coming later this year, I believe. And they had a lot of high-profile people. Not only do they have C-3PO, R2-D2, and Chewbacca, but Dave Filoni from Lucasfilm and Asad Ayaz, who is the Chief Brand Officer, I think is his title for the Walt Disney Company. So yeah, lots of heavy hitters. I'm hoping to get a demo of this while I'm during my CES journey this week, but you can find out more information for now over on Laughing Place.
Cool. Back a little bit farther south from there, over at Disneyland on Thursday, they are debuting Pink Milk at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, joining the blue and the green milk. Pink Milk was first introduced in the 2023 Star Wars Santa Staros miniseries. Of course, Mike Celestino, our Star Wars guy, was the expert on this. Apparently, it is the source of the pink milk is the poaxters. That's how I think it's pronounced. Poaxters. You can see them right there. They look like giant rodents. So when you go to the park on Thursday, you enjoy that pink milk. Just don't forget from whence it came. And good luck. Enjoy. Mike Celestino will be there on Friday, and he will most definitely be tasting it for himself. I don't know if it'll be on a walk and talk or something, but we will have video of Mike Celestino drinking pink milk, and I am very much looking forward to that.
They haven't given us any flavor notes or anything yet. I keep refreshing the menu to see if they add it so we can get that information. But Dish Network, we talked a while about Sling and them having, I love this, having Disney suing over the day passes they had, where you can, pay $5 in per day. Well, Dish is countersuing, saying that they had no contractual obligation to consult with Disney or ESPN about the product, and then also accused them of antitrust law violations, such as their buying of Fubo, not Fubu. And so, we'll see what happens with this lawsuit as it continues on. Although, one interesting thing, Dish admits that a limited number of promotional materials for Sling Passes included the phrase "with subscription," which was inaccurate.
All right.
So there you go, admissions. The Annie Awards nominations were yesterday, and not surprisingly, Disney had several nominations, but surprisingly, Elio was among the most nominated. It and Zootopia 2 were nominated for Best Feature. Some other notable ones I want to call out in the special production category, Not Just a Goof, which is the documentary about a Goofy movie and has animation throughout it, new animation throughout it, got a nomination. For Best Sponsored, there's a Fortnite and Simpsons Apocalypse Doe that was nominated. Some other not included: Kindergarten the Musical, The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball, Pixar's Win or Lose, Marvel Zombies, and several others. So you can go check out all of those nominations on Laughing Place, as collected by our animation expert, Tony.
And the best show on television, Paradise, is coming back for season 2 on February 23rd. And if you are a Hulu subscriber, you can use your Hulu perks to enter a contest, and maybe you'll get to go to the premiere. One lucky winner and a guest will get a sneak peek at the February premiere, airfare and hotel included. You must be 21 or older to enter. Enter by January 16th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time at the Hulu Perks website. And travel would be February 17th through 19th. And again, Paradise Season 2, the best show on television, premieres February 23rd. So excited to see where this is going.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
Well, today you can bring home Tron Ares as it arrives in 4K, Ultra HD, and other formats. But Alex did a review of the 4K edition. His headline is Tron Ares arrives home with stunning HDR and immersive Atmos audio. And then his final paragraph, Tron Ares may not redefine the franchise in a way that the original film once did, but it remains a visually ambitious and thematically interesting entry that feels very much in line with Disney's modern approach to legacy sci-fi properties. As a home video release, the film truly shines on 4K Ultra HD, where its bold color design, stylized grid aesthetics, and immersive soundscape are given room to breathe and impress. While the story itself may not fully resonate with all fans, the strong technical presentation and a solid slate of bonus features make this release an easy recommendation for Tron completists and home theater enthusiasts alike, especially those who have already added the 4K upgrades of Tron and Tron Legacy to their collections. So there you go. It's visually impressive, but not that great of a movie.
And very red.
And the rest.
So a few months ago, we told you that John Mayer and filmmaker Mick G were looking at purchasing what was the Henson Studios. Before that was the Charlie Chaplin Studios. And now that deal has closed. So they're officially renaming it back to Chaplin Studios. Also interesting, in addition to being owned by Chaplin and being Muppets, this is where they recorded We Are the World, which you would know if you watched that Netflix documentary about We Are the World. So,
which I did watch and didn't know that.
So yeah,
cool.
Congratulations to them. It's nice that it's in good hands. I think it's in good hands. We'll see what happens with it.
And Miley Cyrus, so Hannah Montana 20th anniversary this year, which is so hard to believe, and she is dropping teases for some kind of reunion. She talked to Variety recently, and she said she, on the red carpet in Palm Springs, she was talking to them and said she is absolutely focused on paying tribute to Hannah Montana for the anniversary. And when she was pressed to give more details, she says, I can't tell you, but she did point out the bangs that she's currently sporting. So that's a key part of Hannah Montana's style. Apparently she's been dropping hints since July that something, and there have been reports of active development of some sort of a tribute to the show. So yay, Miley Cyrus coming full circle, it seems, and
Disney
Hannah Montana
legend.
will get. Thank you. How could I forget that? Disney legend Miley Cyrus, hopefully paying some serious tribute to Hannah Montana for his 20th anniversary this year. Pretty cool.
So normally we do this type of plug at the end of the show, but I thought that we should elevate it to round up because today is a 5-show Tuesday. That's right, you heard me correctly. This is show number 1. Show number 2 will be happening in about an hour with Rebecca and Mike going to be on Who's the Boss live stream. And then we're debuting a new show, TV Talk at 1 p.m. Pacific, followed by a couple of ones you might be familiar with. We have Barely Necessities at 4 o'clock Pacific, and then Disney Trivia Live at 7:30 tonight. So be sure to subscribe, ring the bell so you know when we go live. But yeah, 5-show Tuesday, Doobie. Can you believe it?
I don't think it's ever happened before, Nikki B. It's so unusual that we don't even have the 5th show on our schedule because it was a late edition. So, but yes, 5-show Tuesday, very exciting. And if you subscribe to Laughing Place, hopefully you're seeing this post. This will become a new weekly post that makes sure you know exactly what our show schedule is for the upcoming week, minus the late editions that will happen every now and then.
Yeah.
You're doing the wrong thing. There you go, Doobie. All right.
The fun stuff.
Before you get to the fun stuff, Kyle, we have a question.
Sure.
What is LP Pulse?
LP Pulse is our deep dive produced show where we look at current topics that are happening. So we've done ones for I don't know if it had the LP Pulse name quite yet, but the first one was when we talked about Abu Dhabi Disneyland and diving into everything we know, everything we don't. And we've done a few others since then, but that's not a live stream. That is a produced show where we're going to be diving on the latest news and assessing it, offering commentary on it. But no, it's fun. Snow in theme parks, and this nomenclature nightmare is this snow fell on, well, it fell on the entire park, but specifically they showed photos of what will be Disney Adventure World. Right now, it's in a closed-off area of Walt Disney Studios Park, but when it opens, then it, like a flood, spills out to the rest of the park, and it's all Disney Adventure World. But yeah, snow in Frozen Land, pretty fun, and so you can check out those gorgeous photos over on Laughing Place.
I never get tired of snow pictures from Tokyo and Paris. There are a ton, obviously, it didn't just snow there, and on the internet, I've just been seeing a ton of snow pictures, including falling snow. Videos, which I've not seen videos before, but actually snowing. Just so cool. Really enjoying that. Other than when Mike Celestino was at Disneyland that time.
That was Grapple or whatever.
It's the portion of the show where Kyle shows us just how smart he is or isn't by telling us what happened on this day in Disney history. On this day, January 6th, 1955, an actor was born, best known to Disney fans as the voice of Zazu.
That's Zazu. So Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson.
Very good. You're 1 for 1. On this day in 1995, a movie came out starring Sinbad and Phil Hartman. Thought you had a chance with this one. Sinbad. Yes, it's not Kazam.
Yeah. Exactly. That's where my head was at. What?
Oh, way to go, Fred Ramirez.
Oh, I'm not looking. What is it?
House Guest.
House Guest, yeah.
Does ring a bell. All right. This one's not to guess, but on this day in 2002, Samantha Brown, Great Hotels Disney Animal Kingdom debuted. That was 24 years ago that debuted. The Travel Channel show. I checked. It's on YouTube. Celebrate the anniversary. Go watch that on YouTube today. A little bit of a throwback. On this day in 2008, a theme park had a name for the last time. What was that park? What was the name? Yada, yada, yada.
What year?
2008.
It's that, wait. 2008? I'm trying to think of what would have changed. Oh, did they drop the apostrophe S?
No.
Oh. Is it Studios?
It's Disney MGM Studios, the last day.
I thought that happened earlier. 2008 feels like yesterday.
However, and finally, on this day in 2015, a Marvel show premiered on ABC.
S.H.I.E.L.D., Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No.
Then it must be Agent Carter.
It is Agent Carter. So not bad, about 50-50 there. I love them too. I think I'm going to put that on today. Watch Great Hotels, Disney's Animal Kingdom from 24 years ago. That's just crazy. Is that all we got?
I mean, unless you want to do some playoff football picks.
Yep, let's get those done. Are you ready?
Right. I'm sure I will be when you ask me who.
Oh, no, I mean, are you ready for this? I wasn't. This is the wild card round. We are starting with the Rams at the Panthers. Who you got?
Rams.
Yeah, me too. But I'm really rooting hard for the Panthers. We got the Packers at the Bears.
Bears.
That's a tough one. A grudge match in the playoffs. Bears. Yeah, I'm going Packers because I can't root for the guy who went to USC. All right. The Bills at the Jaguars. This is cruel, NFL. Why are you pitting my two favorite teams together? The Bills at the Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Jags, I think.
I'm going to take the Jags too. The Niners at the Eagles.
Niners.
Easy pick, Niners. Chargers at the Patriots.
Pats.
The Pats are legit for real. All right. I agree with you there.
See. But...
And finally, the Texans at the somehow squeaked in Steelers.
Yeah, I think I think it's going to be drudging. Houston's not even that great of a team, but I think they can beat
Have
the
you
Steelers.
have you ever felt worse for a person than that kicker who missed the field goal?
Probably Bill Buckner, but that's maybe about it.
It was very sad. That poor kid. But who felt great was the kicker on the other team who missed the extra point a few minutes earlier. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining us today. Thank you again, Becky from Mouse Fan Travel, for joining us, getting us up to date on all the latest offers, and reminding us why a Disney travel agent is such a helpful thing to have. MouseFanTravel.com. We will be back tomorrow. Kyle will not be, but I will be.
I will not. No.
I will have a special co-host who is very near and dear to my heart, so I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you for joining us. Again, it is 5-Show Tuesday. Our next show begins in just 1 hour, so like, subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned, and we'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.